Me, Kevin Van Ord, KVO. I am sitting here with the very, very fine GameSpot news team.
Very, very tired GameSpot news team.
Yeah, I'm tired of your whining. We've got, obviously, Tor, Tom, and Eddie here. I'm starting down on the end, though, with Eddie. Because you just don't get enough camera time.
Eddie's our intern.
Yeah, Eddie is our intern, and I'm still waiting for that ice cream, but that's a story for another day.
Sugar in it this morning.
Eddie does not keep his promises. I just want to make sure this is very clear to all of the people in the audience. All right, so Eddie, this is your first E3, is it not?
This is my first E3.
And this is not just an E3 where you get to roam the hallways, checking stuff out on your own. You got to work. And so, what have you been working on that's taken your eye the most so far? What's your impression?
I mean, we've been pumping out stories all throughout. You know, starting Sunday and today's Wednesday. They've treated me just like another editor, and that's been great. And they've, given me the stories. Sometimes, all the grunt work, but that's my job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to write about GoldenEye coming out for the Wii, and I think that got a lot of people excited. I think it's rightfully so because it looks like a good game.
So have you gotten to report on any breaking news, like anything where you got to just...
Man, it's E3. Everything's breaking.
Well, yeah, but I mean, is there anything you're really proud of that you got up on the site that you want to point out as how awesome you are?
Not how awesome I am, because they're all edited by these fine gentlemen. So,
all right.
But I wrote about Ocarina of Time coming to the 3DS, so that seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually got my hands on the 3DS and saw that yesterday. I went to the Nintendo Developers Roundtable, and that was pretty interesting. It's just like a bunch of people hanging out, with Miyamoto, but they kind of talked at length about kind of like the development process and the story about it. So that's interesting. That write-up's on the site, blow by blow. We're doing a lot of like blogging because it's faster. Today I got to talk to Scott Rohde, VP of Worldwide Studios for Sony. I think we got to talk about the Move a little bit. He confirmed, and apparently it's on a press release at the same time, that Little Big Planet 2 is going to come with Move support, and they're going to patch in Move support for the original Little Big Planet. That's pretty cool. He said there's about 50 Move titles in development for both first party and third party, so they're definitely getting behind it. He said that they're not going to patch that many older titles with it, just kind of like there's a select few. So if you're like hoping your favorite Move, Sony game's going to get Move support. Don't get your hopes up too much. He said also that that the 3D initiative they're working on is going to be kind of selective, and he kind of danced around the issue when I asked him like, so PSP Go, bomb, and then he didn't, and he was just like, I mean, I said it more nicely than that. You're not watching, Scott, anyway, so anyway, it was interesting and stuff, but like at this point, I mean, we can go over what happened in the big three news conferences, but E3 is a really surreal time for news because it's like super intense the first couple days, and then it's just like literally like, I think the PR people are as tired as we are. They just kind of just collapse because they get it all out there. So now we're just kind of mopping up. The teaser site for the Fallout MMORPG went up this morning. The one that we thought was under threat of legal shutdown, but that's not going to stop Interplay from at least pretending that they were working on it. So that's kind of interesting. Also happened today that Best Buy announced they're getting into the used game business. So if you want to get your used games, you can get them at Best Buy too soon, apparently. So that's kind of interesting stuff. But in terms of the big three, I mean, the big stuff obviously was Kinect, which has gotten a very mixed reaction from the people I've spoken to. Mainly because its launch lineup isn't really that compelling. I mean, it's got the biggest loser. When the biggest loser is one of like your 15-game launch lineup, it's kind of like, I don't really know. But I mean, creepy robot cam follows you around, and it's got a motorized stand and follows you around and stuff. But it'll be interesting.
The thing about Kinect also is like a lot of the third-party press conferences, they've had like a lot of fitness games. Like we're seeing a ton of fitness games out of like EA and Ubisoft. EA has Active Sports 2, which they announced for the 360, and then Ubisoft has like the Your Shape game. So
your orange blob game.
Yeah, your orange blob game. So
because your avatar in it, it's like actually really based on your shape, but it doesn't read it, so it's all blocky, and you really look like this like safety orange ghost doing the exercise. It's really kind of surreal. So
is there anything that you expected that we would have heard? Is there any non-news that should be news?
I wanted to hear the Kinect price. I mean, I think it was GameStop listed it for being $150, but they didn't announce it. So I think they're trying to like get people excited about Kinect. I mean, it's really crazy. Like one of the viral marketing things they did is into our hotel rooms. They went into our hotel rooms and skinned our mirrors with Kinect ads.
That was so not what I wanted to walk into last night.
We know who you are. We know you. So that's just weird. So
out of my bathroom.
I know. So they're obviously. I mean, there's Kinect ads everywhere all over the convention center, and so I think they're really trying to drum up, get people excited about this technology. But then, of course, it's going to come. The shoe's going to drop, and you're like, oh, by the way, to access this technology, it's going to cost you a lot. But the harmonics game looks really good for it. That dance game, it looks really a lot slicker than I thought.
One thing that I was expecting to hear from the Sony press conference that we kind of got a little tease of before, like just before, was they listed Uncharted 3 on a French Amazon site, but they didn't announce it at the press conference.
Right. I mean, they're gonna make it. We all
Yeah, they're making it, but I was just like expecting that to happen.
Yeah. No, I mean the Sony conference was really dramatic because I mean they had the whole like Twisted Metal reveal was that, but they really focused on Move, and they're really doing an outreach to get kind of to get exclusive content from third-party publishers on the PS3 now. So if you get Dead Space 2 for the PS3, you get a PlayStation Move optimized version or port of the Dead Space Extraction. And if you get Medal of Honor, you get Medal of Honor Frontline, a reworked version of it.
There's an Assassin's Creed 2, the Brotherhood, you get like advanced access to the beta, only on the PS3.
And I think that and Mafia 2 are both getting like exclusive levels and content for the PS3. So that was interesting, and just they had a really slick, impressive conference. They always do. So I mean, right now we've got one more conference coming up. Konami's going to start pretty quickly. Actually like 20 minutes. So we'll have a live blog of that as well. And other than that, it's kind of for our end, it's just kind of winding down. This is but you preview guys, this stuff is winding up. So but there's going to be more news coming. But don't expect it to be just fast and furious. I think we published like 30 stories yesterday or something like that. And so it was just like,
Well, you're always like that anyway, Tor.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I should seek help.
Did you actually play the 3DS at all when you were at the roundtable?
I did. I took a look at it. The problem with the 3DS, my main criticism is that you have to look at it straight on. And if you turn it to the side, and so what if you're like on a bus and you're playing, and you turn to the side, then you lose the effect. So I think when it's straight on, it's fine because they had people holding it for us, like literally like handcuffed to their wrist. So it was. I'm really excited to see them do it. The third-party support for it is crazy. It's like how many games is it?
Oh my god, it's like every big franchise basically, like Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear Solid, Driver, all sorts of it's got massive third-party support.
Yeah,
pretty
right
nuts.
out of the gate. So
in addition to Nintendo's first-party support, you've got the new Kid Icarus games coming for it, which is apparently the first Nintendo game exclusively developed for the 3DS.
Right. Well, the other thing they mentioned at the roundtable, and they've already some of this, is that they're going to take a lot of N64 games and re-optimize them for the 3DS and re-release them. So that's also coming as well.
Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that was. You see my little things. I'm going let's wrap this up. Just kidding, guys. Thanks. I love the enthusiasm. It's good that you still got after all those years.
All those years.
Yeah, all those years, the many decades that you've been with GameSpot. Thanks for checking in with us and showing us what's going on in news today. And right now, we're going to go out to Sony Online Entertainment for a booth tour. Let's head out now and take a look.